This is the video explanation of the reading comp passage about daily coffee consumption. This could be watched in conjunction with any question about the passage, and of course each question is explained in its own video explanation. And I'll also say if you're doing several questions with this passage, I would suggest do all the questions first, then watch this video. That way, as you're doing the questions, you're answering it with your own understanding of the passage. So let's talk about this passage. Researchers investigating the link between daily coffee consumption and learning claim that subjects who consume 1 cup of coffee a day for 1 week, the equivalent of 50 milligrams per day, exhibited improvements in declarative memory. Furthermore, the study revealed that such improvements are longer lasting than those witnessed in a control group serving decaffeinated coffee. Decaffeinated coffee contains negligible amounts of caffeine. After a week of learning a list of facts, the subjects who consumed 1 cup of coffee were able to recall these facts with significantly more accuracy. So very interesting. This is describing a scientific study, and the people who had the coffee, who had the caffeine, that made them remember things longer as compared to the people who had coffee without the caffeine. While daily coffee consumption may aid in the process of forming a greater number of short-term memories and increase the likelihood that these memories will be stored in long-term memory, the study glosses over an important fact. Many exhibit sensitivities to caffeine, including headaches, both migraine and non-migraine, sleeplessness, heightened anxiety, and a number of other factors that, when working either alone or in tandem, may actually lead to a decrease in the observed link between caffeine and learning. Nevertheless, despite the fact that the study represents a random sampling, and thus any number of subjects can exhibit any number of reactions to caffeine, if enough subjects continue to display signs of improvement in learning, then this result would not be inconsistent with the study's finding. So in other words, they're claiming that caffeine improves memory, and then this objection here saying that, well, caffeine can have all these other bad effects that will actually hamper a person's ability to learn and remember. But the argument at the end of this paragraph is saying that as long as we do it on a large number of subjects, and it's random sampling, so any of those subjects could have any kinds of reactions, even taking those reactions into account, if on average they're still learning more, if they're still showing this increased memory, then it means that the effect of increasing memory is more powerful than whatever extenuating effects from all the symptoms that caffeine might give you. So it's an interesting argument. In other words, as long as they keep measuring it and we keep on getting the results, then despite the fact that those people are having symptoms, whatever they're having, if they're still remembering more, then that validates the original study's finding. Finally, a note of caution, still, until the researchers either release more details of this study or subsequent studies are conducted, the extent to which these caffeine sensitivities influence the observed link between coffee consumption and memory will not be fully known. So in other words, we don't know the details of the study, and so this is just a very cautious conclusion. In other words, yes, they may have found something valid, but we don't have all the details of their study. We'd need to verify this with other studies. So in other words, it's not an outright rejection. It's just raising some question marks. Is this really true? It seems like something that would be valid research, but is it really true? We have to verify it with further research.